All right. All right, all right, all right. We in this thing. I know I got the little picture of the baby up, but that's how I'm looking at y'all right now. Hilarious picture, hilarious picture. We got some things we need to talk about. First episode of 2019. First episode in a while. I know. I was finishing up school, and the holidays hit, and I didn't want to overload y'all with anything crazy during that time frame. So here we are. Happy New Year. Hope all of you enjoyed the holidays off. I actually was sick. So, just a lot of shit happened. You know what I mean? But I was sick. I ended up in bed for like 3 days straight. It was kind of crazy on Christmas Day. I know some of y'all conscious people don't celebrate Christmas or whatever. I enjoy the time off. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I enjoy the time off. I did enjoy the time off. I wish I would have enjoyed the time off, but I know that's not the case. But before we get started, let me go ahead and get this share on real quick. Let me share this thing. Let people know what's up. We live. It's been a while. Let's talk. I gotta find a way to get more interactive when it comes to these. So let me actually. I gotta turn the link on. I gotta just let the people know on these social media sites that I'm live. Ooh, I'm gonna throw the glasses on today. I haven't worn these ones in a while, so I'm gonna throw these ones on. Ooh, these are dirty. No, dirty. Little dirty ones right here. What y'all like? Which ones y'all like better? Y'all like these ones? Should I pop these ones on y'all? Or should I hit y'all with these ones right here? I like these shape though. These joints is fire. Ooh, these a little dirty too. I gotta share some stuff with y'all this episode. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Gotta walk away from the stream. I usually don't do this, but I gotta do it because it's important. But I'm delivering on this episode. I want to share my reading list, some books that I plan to read. I gotta move my gun. I know a lot of y'all, we got some stuff to talk about, man. We got some catching up to do. It's been a lot's been going on. I know y'all been seeing me active on social media, and I know a couple people hit me, asked me when I'm gonna go live again, and I told them, start I broke the camera's back. I think I'm gonna go with these ones. These are meant for the screens anyway. These are meant for like computer screens and TVs and all that good stuff. So we're gonna go with these ones. Let me just clean them real quick. Clean them real good. I'm supposed to wear glasses every day. I'm supposed to have a pair of glasses for when I'm driving, a pair of glasses for normal, a pair of glasses when I'm like on a bunch of screens. So I got glasses for everything. So let me do this real quick. Let me do this real promo real quick. Ooh, oh. What's up, folks? I'm live on Mars World Radio on Facebook. Swipe up so you can go ahead and tune in. Bomb. Attach. I just sent that out. Let me just send that one on Instagram. I don't got the swipe up feature for Instagram because I ain't popping enough. But we still got some stuff we can talk about real quick. What's up, folks? I'm live on Mars World Radio on Facebook. Make sure you tune in. Come chat with me. We got some things to talk about. All right? So did I share that joint? Make sure I share the stream on my page. Limit the privacy. It's a lot to do all in this little time frame. But that's all right. All right. We're going to start with the light, and then we're going to get into the heavy. You know what I mean? I feel like it's important we get the light stuff done, and then we get to the heavy. Usher want to be somebody's auntie, y'all. Usher wants to be somebody's auntie so bad. Now, For any of y'all that follow me on social media, y'all know I've been bumping Usher Peace Sign. For those that like to watch this on playback and things of that nature, I know y'all like to listen to playback and watch playback. That's fine. It's gonna go on YouTube everywhere. But Usher wants to be somebody's auntie. Look at this hair. They've been flaming him on social media. Flaming him. Speaking of social media, actually, I'm getting tired of this shit, Instagram. I'm getting tired of y'all playing me. Now, in honor of the 20-year anniversary yesterday of Back That Ass Up by Juvenile, that legendary song, I posted it on Instagram. Just a little clip of the Cash Money Records taking over for the 9. Now, let me play this shit real quick. Please don't take this down, but let me play it. This right here. Legendary right here. Hey. Cash Money Records taking over for the 9 in the 2000s. I ain't gonna play no more. But I posted that little 1-minute clip on Instagram. Instagram tells me they gotta take it down or whatever. What's up with that, man? Calm down. I'm not trying to share the music so people can steal it. I'm just showing my appreciation. Damn. Instagram is uptight, and for those that don't know, Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same company. Facebook bought Instagram a couple years back for like $1 billion. So they're doing the same shit, honestly, and it's honestly extremely aggravating. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of this shit, man. You feel me? Tired of it. So count your days, because I know it's almost over for y'all, and the rate y'all going, it's gonna be over for y'all sooner than later. Because y'all just absolutely refuse to adjust to social media ways and the ways that we do things around here. Snapchat, like, fuck it, we gonna let y'all play all the music you want. Shit, ain't like y'all trying to sell this shit. Y'all ain't trying to share it just so people gonna have listening parties or something. I understood if we did it that way. Facebook is just honestly being extremely lazy. They just threw out an algorithm and say, if you hear music, block it. That's it. If you hear music, block it. And that shit is whack, son. That shit is whack. Because Usher got this fire, but he want to be somebody's auntie. So, you know, whatever. Let's get that the fuck up out of here real quick. Let's get that out of here. Now, Governor Cuomo, I know this is local. People in Western New York, we got these tagless tolls that they decided to put in Western New York, right? And it has been a disaster, honestly. Nothing but a disaster. People have been complaining about the whole thing. They've been getting these phantom bills saying the bills have all these extra fees and all this shit like that. So a bill was drawn up to protect us from that. And, you know, Governor Cuomo decided, I'm going to protect my financial interests in his normal crooked ways. Or alleged crooked ways, and his alleged crooked ways, alleged criminal ways. He decided to go ahead and veto that bill because he doesn't want to protect Western New Yorkers as usual. The Buffalo Billions were stolen by his friends. That's a fact. I'm not saying allegedly because that's a fact because those people are in jail for the shit. He's not in jail for some reason, but the people that stole it, but the people that he was in cahoots with are in jail. Sounds like RICO charge, conspiracy charge, whatever. That's why he was so hell-bent on getting reelected, because he knows as long as he's in office, he's not going to go to jail. And the moment he get out of office, somebody's going to possibly prosecute him. I don't know, maybe he can pardon himself. But if he pardons himself, that's an admission of guilt. So it's going to be a tough little situation for him. Too damn bad. So he decided to veto the bill and not protect us, Western New Yorkers. You know what I mean? It's whack, but this is what we come to understand and come to realize, that Governor Cuomo is going to continue to only protect downstate New York. Just like when Amazon came here, instead of him trying to maybe centralize an Amazon office, he decided to put that shit downstate New York. Like, why would you do us like this? Let the Buffalo Billions get stolen from us, and then another job opportunity comes up, you fuck us in the ass for it. So this is just typical Governor Cuomo shit. King Cuomo is what Larry Sharp like to call him. And that's exactly how he acts. He acts like he's the king of New York. And we all know that's whole. But nevertheless, that's the shit we gotta deal with. Y'all decided to vote him back in office because y'all felt like he was our best option. I honestly told y'all he wasn't our best option. I did a whole show showing y'all he wasn't our best option. But y'all decided not to listen to me. So, you know, this is what we get when you people decide to vote for this bullshit. Downstate New York has too much power, too much control. I personally feel like we should split. I have always advocated for a split because we just do not live the same kind of lifestyle. We shouldn't be forced to live that kind of lifestyle. We shouldn't be forced to live under the thumb of a centralized location just because of the population. That is a complete bullshit. And we honestly tired of that shit. It's getting beyond measure. We just gotta continuously deal with fuckery after fuckery after fuckery from Governor Cuomo. We get shitted on. We get the shitty end of the stick every single time. And honestly, Western New Yorkers are tired of it. So hopefully we continue to move forward, get more seats. You know what I mean? We're probably going to lose 2 seats. And I'm sure Western New York is going to be the ones who lose it. Upstate New York is going to be one to lose those 2 seats because people are so tired of King Cuomo's ways, they're leaving the state of New York. I mean, in droves, like in droves. People are leaving the state of New York, and I even thought about it because I'm at a point where I want better opportunity, and no opportunity is coming here in upstate New York. Buffalo is doing good. They had the opportunity to grow Buffalo, to make Buffalo a better business hub, and King Cuomo fucked that up. The financial situation in my hometown, Niagara Falls, is absolutely abysmal. We lost our casino revenue due to just lack of, I don't even know what to call that. They just complete idiocracy, if you ask me. We lost our casino funding, and it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting how we lost that. But what do you do? What can you do? Because we have an incompetent mayor who's talking about running for a 3rd election. He's up for election this year. Hopefully we get some strong challengers in regards to getting him out of office at this point. We do not need anyone that's going to be remotely close to thinking his ways. We need somebody that can fix this financial situation, or Niagara Falls is going to fall under. We will become a ghost town because most people will leave. We will become a ghost town, and Niagara Falls will just be a destination that people come to stay in hotels, a couple people working, and then they'll be filled with violence and drug abusers. Because that's what it's on its rate to doing anyway. People are robbed at 7-Eleven every other day for $20 and a pack of cigarettes at this point, and it's nothing that's changing. And so it's getting to the point. I'm not going to shop at 7-Eleven after dark because I'm not going to put my life in danger. I'm not going to put my life in danger because people are robbing 7-Elevens left and right. It makes no sense to me. But that's what happens when you dissipate a city of its finances and expect people to just figure it out without doing your job as a governing body. I see it's been a lot of issues going on with the budget that the city council and the mayor has been arguing over. So we'll see where that goes from there. Hopefully we see some adjustments, we see some changes, but I'm not going to hold my breath, to be completely honest, especially if people vote Deister back in. I'm hoping he don't even run, but again, we need somebody that's going to be financially literate, that can go in and do what needs to be done to get this financial situation fixed in Niagara Falls, or it's going to crumble. I promise you, it's going to crumble. We lost our fire chief, we lost our police chief. Both of them decided to step down because of financial reasons. Essentially, what happened is they only can make a certain amount of money, even working overtime. So they figure they might as well just step down, take a lesser role, work overtime, and make up the money for it. So that makes sense. I mean, anybody in their right mind would do that. You know what I mean? So that's a situation that probably needs to be addressed as well. But first and foremost, we need to figure out this casino revenue problem, and we need to figure out this fiscal problem that we have in Niagara Falls, so we can continue to move forward and possibly, become glorious. Because I don't ever remember Niagara Falls being in its glory days or anything like that. Factory's not the answer either. So please, people, don't think that bringing some old school antiquated factories is gonna fix our financial situation somehow, because that's not gonna happen. Moving on. It's a sad situation, honestly. It's a disgusting situation. I honestly have to talk about it because I was livid. For those of you that are following me here, if you're not following me on this page, if you're watching it some other way, whether it's YouTube, however you're watching it, make sure you like Mars World Radio on the Facebook page, because I shared an article about a judge in Niagara Falls This is the article I shared. I'm going to read it from my phone. I'm, throw some parts of it on the screen, but I'm going to read the article to y'all because I think it's important that y'all understand what happened. Pine Avenue defendant sentenced as useful offender. Stephanie Raymond will serve 1 to 3 years in prison term in Jose Hewitt's homicide case. No one, it seemed, was happy with Judge Matthew J. Murphy III. Judge Matthew J. Murphy III is honestly one of the worst judges I've ever known in the history of everness. To be completely honest, he has been way too lenient on criminals. And not only is he way too lenient on criminals, these criminals are out on bail committing more crime, and he's extremely lenient on them in the whole situation. So I'm going to break it down with Stephanie Raymond, and then also I'm going to explain y'all what happened with Stephanie Costanzo as well. All right. So, okay. So no one it seemed was happy with Judge Matthew J. Murphy III's sentence. Not Niagara County prosecutor nor Stephanie Raymond's defense attorney. I've agonized over what to do, Murphy said. There are no winners here. There are only losers. On the question of whether to sentence Raymond, now 20, as a useful offender for her role in Jose Hewitt's homicide case, Murphy described her decision as a very close call. Let me explain to y'all what happened. Stephanie was the getaway driver in a murder. She was a getaway driver in a murder, so at minimum it was conspiracy, but she was granted to be sentenced as a youthful offender when she was the getaway driver of a murder at the age of like 18, 19. I don't know even. So we'll get to that part. But let me finish reading this. The decision immediately reduced. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. I skipped the part. All right. But after a great deal of thought and in the interest of justice, yeah, I noticed that's the episode. This episode name is In the Interest of Justice. In the interest of justice, youthful offender status will be granted, Murphy said. The decision immediately reduced Raymond's minimum sentence for a guilty plea to a charge of first-degree robbery in the murder case from 5 years in prison to a maximum term of 4 years behind bars. The judge gave her even less than that. Murphy imposed a sentence of 1 to 3 years, telling Raymond, I hope you have learned your lesson. Stay away from people you've been hanging out with. This is what he said. Here it is. Stay away from the people you've been hanging out with. Raymond has been jailed since her arrest on petty larceny charge stemming from October 14th incident. So I'm sorry, it was less than a year ago. It was in fucking October. At a store of the 1500 block of Military Road. This case is now pending in Niagara Falls City Court along with 2 other shoplifting cases. No, I'm sorry. No. That wasn't a murder case. This is the petty larceny is from October 14th. So this is a crime she committed while she was out on bail for a murder charge. And then also along with 2 other shoplifting cases that happened while she was out on bail on the murder charge. So yes, this is a career criminal. She had been free on bail while waiting sentences from her plea in July in connection with the Hewitt homicide. So again, less than a year ago. So she was 19 at minimum. In arguments before the sentencing, Assistant District Attorney Doreen Hoffman told Murphy that Raymond should not be granted youthful offender status because she had committed multiple crimes. She committed multiple crimes while out on bail after taking her plea. References to those crimes were contained in her phone conversation recorded at the Niagara County Jail between Raymond and her boyfriend, an accused drug dealer who was incarcerated there. I'm asking the court to consider the gravity of the Hewitt homicide. Hoffman said to Murphy, during the time she was out of custody, she didn't do anything county probation officers asked her to do. She continued to break the law. She brought drugs. She sold drugs. She used drugs. Out on bail for murder, brought drugs into jail, sold drugs, and used drugs. This is the person that he granted youthful offender to. Raymond defense attorney Jessica Kopit argued that her client should be given youthful offender status because her role in the Hewitt homicide was minor. That I read I'm reading it faster than y'all. I'm seeing it with my eyes faster than I'm reading it out loud to y'all, and that stumbled me. It floored me that she would say her role in the Hewitt homicide was minor. Let me finish reading this. She didn't plan this. She didn't go into the apartment building where Hewitt was killed, culprit said. This is not a waste of a life. She is ready for a change and deserves a chance. Raymond, who was 5 months pregnant, told Murphy she wanted to make a change in her life for the sake of her unborn son. I would like to start off my apology to the victim's family, Raymond said. I hope someday they will be able to forgive me. Not in a million years that I think this is where I'd be. I just want to go to school, get a job, give my son a good life. But Murphy said the contents of the jailhouse phone call made it difficult to consider Raymond a youthful offender. Hoffman told the judge that Raymond had been driving her boyfriend around as he sold drugs. This lady is a career getaway driver. She's a career chauffeur for crime. A career chauffeur for crime. I swear she is. And she was admitted to using Sebanone to keep from getting sick from withdrawal symptoms from using opioids. So she's basically a crackhead. She engaged in a life of crime, the judge said. Selling drugs, collecting money owed for drugs. I think it's clear her voice that she was buying and selling drugs. But culprit argued that Raymond was a victim of domestic abuse and a battered woman who was acting out of fear of her boyfriend. Initially, that didn't seem to sway Murphy. I'm not entirely sure she accepted responsibility for her crime, the judge said. Strong arming people who owe money for drugs, the probation officer said she showed little remorse for her crime on the jailhouse calls. She was more concerned about how much time she was going to do, and she preferred state prison to drug court because drug court had too many restrictions. She wanted to go to state prison because she knew for a fact that if she got in state prison, she'll be able to continue to use drugs. State prison is a little is very less restrictive. It's disgusting. You know what I mean? That's why you will see a lot of people who advocate for private prisons, because private prisons actually have rehabilitation factors to them. The problem is private prisons are encouraging unfair sentencing. So she was trying to get to state prison because she wanted to continue to be a crackhead. All right. In taking a plea offer from prosecutors, Raymond admitted that she drove Shaquan Hubert and Devontae Beasley to a building on the 600 block of Pine Avenue on April 12, 2017. That Herbert and Beasley had been directed to go to the location of Anthony E. Money Mallory, and the purpose of going there was either a robbery or drug deal. Raymond had faced 2 counts of second-degree murder and single count of first-degree robbery, first-degree burglary in connection with Hewitt's slaying. Mallory, 23, faced charges of second-degree murder, first-degree robbery, and attempted first-degree robbery. He pleaded guilty to a single count of first-degree robbery. Narra County Court Judge Sarah Sheldon sentenced Mallory to 7 years in prison for his plea. Herbert and Beasley also cut deals and pleaded guilty in the case. Beasley, 18, pleaded guilty to the charge of first-degree robbery, and Herbert, 23, pleaded guilty to a single count of first-degree manslaughter. Herbert was sentenced in April to 18 years in prison for his guilty plea. I don't know why I can't read today. Beasley was sentenced to 6.5 years behind bars on Friday. Falls police said they responded to a call of an armed robbery 7 p.m. April 12, 2017 at a building of 600 block of Pine Avenue. When they arrived, they found Hewitt sitting just inside the main door of the building, suffering from what appeared to be head injuries. Officers said Hewitt was in physical distress when they arrived and immediately called for paramedics. However, Hewitt died shortly after Falls firefighter and paramedic arrived at the scene. Investigators said that Herbert, Raymond, and Beasley had gone to the building with the intentions of robbing an individual who lived in an upstairs apartment at that address. Mallory is accused of directing the robbery after having sold drugs to the residents in the upstairs apartment earlier that day. An autopsy showed that Hewitt died from a heart attack brought on by the beating he received from Herbert and Beasley. So this little crackhead getaway driver is the only one who was able to be granted as a youthful offender. Broke the law as she was out. So this is what I'm saying. Here, let's just for shits and giggles say, you know what? She was remorseful when she got caught. When she was out on bail, she was an upstanding citizen and example in the community. So, they granted her the youthful offender, and that was that. But that didn't happen. That didn't happen. When she was out on bail, she committed 3 more crimes. They had text messages. They got phone confiscation. Like everything. There's every reason for this judge to say, you know what? You're not remorseful for your crime. You will continue to do crime. You will continue to use drugs. You will continue to not be an upstanding citizen in the community. So we're going to put you in jail where you belong. 5 years. The one dude got 6.5. One dude got 18 years. Put her somewhere up there. But to give her 1 to 3 and she's 5 months pregnant, guess what that means? She's probably going to do less than that because they're going to go ahead and say, oh, she's pregnant. We're going to go ahead and let her out of jail after she had this baby because she's done her time. We're going to commute her sentence. We're going to grant her clemency. I guarantee that's what's going to happen. I've called it out from the first time they got arrested. When that shit happened in 2017, I specifically said, and I wish I had my same Facebook. I specifically said, she will get off easy. I said it because Judge Murphy does that shit. He did that shit with Stephanie Costanza, the cop who was helping her boyfriend sell drugs. Out on bail, still helping her boyfriend sell drugs. Stephanie Costanza did the same thing. So I knew this was going to happen for this girl, Stephanie Raymond. I knew it was going to happen. I said it and it happened. This is crazy. Judge James Murphy, he got Matthew, whatever the fuck his name is, fuck him. Judge Murphy, he got to get up off that seat. If he's not going to convict people the way he need to be convicting people based on the contents of their crimes, I had a comment on I shared a post on Mars World Radio, and there was a comment on the post where the family of the victim is pissed off about the sentencing. The family of the victim said, where's she at? This woman murdered my cousin and should be charged as such. She was in cahoots with it. Conspiracy to murder, whatever the case may be, she should have been wrapped in with the rest of them and charged just like everybody else. The fact that she got granted youthful offender, you know what that means when they grant her youthful offender? That means once she serves her time and does a certain amount of and stays out of trouble for X amount of years, they're gonna wipe this shit off her record as if it never happened. That's what's gonna happen. Judge Murphy, people. Judge Murphy. I'm gonna talk to him. Judge Murphy, let me explain something to you. Whatever we need to do to get you off the bench, we're gonna have to do it. At this point, the rate of injustice that you are doing, you're just muddying up our city. You're letting criminals off easy. You're not properly prosecuting criminals. They are blatantly disrespecting the law. They're blatantly disrespecting the due process. They are out on bail committing more crime, and you are still letting them off easy as if they're so remorseful. What are they remorseful for? What examples were you shown that either of those Stephanies showed any remorse for the crimes that they committed? What examples were you shown? Because the probation officers told you they weren't remorseful, their actions told you that they weren't remorseful. But you continue to sentence them as if they are remorseful. What do you get out of this? I need to understand this. So whatever we need to do to get Judge Murphy off the bench, we're going to go ahead and start that process immediately. I'll do the work myself. I'm going to look into see what we need to do to get, he need to either get voted, whatever the case may be. He's not a city judge, he's a county judge. Which means he's probably going to get voted off. To be honest with you. Judge Murphy has been spitting in the face of the Niagara County citizens for far too long. We have to get him out of here. There's no room for a judge like that who's going to be that lenient when people are blatantly disrespectful to the court of law. We can't have that. Absolutely not. We can't have it. People are livid at this point. People are livid. And it's Judge Murphy every single time. I promise y'all. Every time there's some bullshit going on with some sentencing, it's Judge Murphy. He'll hand down those sentences to those black men. Oh, no problem. None of them committed any crime. None of them. The one guy, the trigger man that committed the murder, he got the 18-year sentence. So we're going to take him out the pile. But the rest of them, none of them committed any other crime and got hit with years. Got hit with 5 years plus. Every single one of them. But this girl committed 3 crimes out on bail, just spit in the face in the court of law, and she still was the one who got the lightest sentence. Judge Murphy. Judge Murphy there. That's Judge Murphy for you. Disrespectful. So that's what I've been livid about, folks. So we got to clean our own city up. We got to do it ourselves. The people that have been in office and the people that have been in power for too long. They have done nothing but sit back and watch this city dissipate. They have done nothing but sit back and watch this city crumble under crime, under drugs. It's only so much the cops can do. They cut the police budget. How's that going to help? Cut the police budget. So we need to fix this ourselves. Us as citizens, we're going to fix this. 2019, us as citizens are going to fix our own city because the people in power aren't doing anything. It's that simple. We're crumbling under debt because the casino deal was a bad deal all around. I only see a few city councilmen who are actually trying to do something or at least talking about doing something. So shout out to them. But again, as citizens, we have to fix this. So, and the way to fix it is you get the right people in office. So we're going to handle that. We'll do that ourselves. We'll do it ourselves. But Judge Murphy, we got to get him out of here. We got to get him out of here. We have to. This man has done nothing but spit in the face of the citizens of Niagara County, and we cannot tolerate that kind of disrespect in no way, shape, or form. I'm going to holler at y'all next week. Holler at y'all next week, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Make sure you share it. Make sure you like it on. Make sure you like it on shit. Like the page on Facebook. Share it. The YouTube is going to be revamped, going to be rebuilt. So we're going to be moving a lot of things to YouTube. Even possibly going live straight from YouTube. I want to be able to do some other things. I think YouTube is going to be able to let me afford. It's going to give me the ability to do those. Facebook is not. So we can't rock with Facebook that way. You know what I mean? So thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all follow me on all social media network at It's Xmarv, ITSXMARV, and I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.